Here we are at 5676 Olathe Drive in Loveland, Colorado. This is in a neighborhood we have checked out before. It's just on the far north side of it. A lot of these homes are already finished and available on this corner in this section of the property. Right now, sorry for the noise, but we got a little bit of work going on for landscaping on this far house. In terms of neighborhood and stuff, obviously brand new, but landscape on the exterior, everything looks nice, especially for most of these houses. Everything's in really good shape up front. Concrete for most driveways are all in really good shape. Garage doors, everything on that side is all looking good. Coming up to the front of this house, that left garage door is not painted yet, so they've still got something on that side to do. They got a few little touch-up pieces to do on the outside. Whoops, didn't mean to do that, I apologize. But in terms of kind of the concepts of working with a new builder, is typically they'll have, even if this house is finished, they'll have a period of time where we can go in and ask for certain things to be done if they are an issue for you as a buyer. So for example, one thing I've noticed is they had a little bit of a spill coming up here on the concrete front pad. Not a big issue, but just kind of looks bad, so power washing this off would be a good deal on that side. Power washing the brick off. Just a lot of that new build kind of concept. They do have some small landscape plants out here as well. To be honest, those are in pretty rough shape. I wouldn't be thinking those are going to survive unless you give them a lot of love and extra love. So something to think about there. New builds always come with some things, like I said, but we'll get to, go through and get it corrected on anything. But there's some issues with some seam work up on the ceiling here as well that just needs some extra touch up and repainting. So nothing too serious and something we can easily ask for. Looking at the brick work on the outside and the mortar and grout on it, everything looks in good shape there. All the trim work is done in pretty good shape as well. It's just a lot of small little touch-up items that needs to be, I almost dropped my camera, that needs to be done outside. Well, let's jump inside here where it's a little quieter and you guys might actually be able to hear me. So we're right at the front of the house. Swinging to the left, you do have a coat closet. This one is 5 foot wide by 2.5 foot deep with a small metal shelf in there as well. Coming in, you go straight into your main living room, and just to the right of you as well is going to be your first bedroom up front / maybe office and full bath. Full bath, not fully tiled all the way to the top, but still using some decent tile stuff. In terms of the soap holder, it's your old school soap holder. But cabinetry is in good condition. Looks like there might need to be a little bit of wiggle room on that as well, just to get it to fit right exactly for a couple of those cabinets. Nothing too major though. All doors look like they're in good shape as well. Not too many nicks or dings in them. Coming into this first bedroom, the thing I want you guys to know for all bedrooms in here is none of them come with ceiling fans. I always recommend them in houses. It just makes it a little bit cooler, a little more airflow through, so just something to think about. But this room to me is honestly a good size for an office. I don't know if I would make it a bedroom unless you had to on that side. It's about a 10 by 10, maybe a little bit cut off because of the closet in the corner here, so it's probably more like a 10 by 9. So you could fit a decent sized bed in here, but I definitely wouldn't be fitting a king size bed. Trim board in here looks good. Everything else brand new in terms of, nothing in terms of quality wise, just a couple paint splatters around is what I see. The main places where I see paint splatter is on the ground. And then it's like things like this, where you can see this seam down here. I don't know, it's gonna be hard to see, but that seam right there, those are things we could ask the company Talon Homes to fix for us, so that wouldn't be too big of an issue either. Coming out, that is gonna be your stairwell to downstairs, which is a finished basement. Walking out here into the main living room. Feels nice and open, feels clean, feels new. Flooring's in still good shape. There's a few little nicks and scratches in the floor, but again, something we could ask the company to come in and fix or make it a little nicer. Hard to get video in here just with the minimal amount of lighting they have in here. They have one section up here where that plug is in the ceiling for putting a ceiling fan and a new light. And then I'd also be thinking about putting a new light where the kitchen table goes. That doesn't provide enough light, and they got that thing hanging down so low that it's, to me, gonna be more of an inconvenience than anything else. Coming over to the back door area, you do have this kind of nice little cubby area in here, either for like a vanity coffee bar area would be my thoughts, or trying to tuck your table up in there. You could do like a tuck table, which would be kind of cool. But in that kitchen, you know, everything is new here. It looks like most of the cabinetry's in decent shape. Looks like, again, they have a few things that they need to go through and readjust. One of them is that corner cabinet. There's just a pretty large gap in there that needs to be kind of, just the doors need to be moved a little bit just to adjust to it, just to give you an idea of how big that gap is. But it's things like that, again, we can get fixed. The cabinets under the sink, I can see that's too big of a gap as well, so that's something they can go in and get fixed as well. Do have a window above your sink. It does look into the living room of the house next door, but that is their fireplace, so it would be pretty tough for you to see them while you were doing dishes on that side. This one does have a small pantry with some minimum shelving in it. So, not sure if that's big enough. That's pretty much the same size as the last time we were in this neighborhood looking at the home. Just to the south of this one. Just a basic small food pantry on that side. Nothing too spectacular. Flop outside to the backyards really quick here. If it allows me to. I don't know why I can't get that door open. Okay, just that door's a little stuck. Sorry about that. But coming out to your backyard, you do have a couple of your neighbors that have already put their fence in. So you'd have to do your fence wouldn't have to do your fence on the north side of your property. You would have to run one in the back, but there is someone living in this back property, so they're probably just waiting for someone to come in so that you can split the cost of the fence. And then the one place that does not have an owner yet is this house right next door to you guys, just to the south, or to this house, not to your house. So that one would be a little bit harder to get a neighbor to come in and help you out if you need to get it closed up right away. But it is something we could discuss with the builder as well to see what kind of incentives they would have for us on that side. Coming out along the side here, this is the side where you got your HVAC and all your electrical outlets. Nice grading on it. There's also some grading that needs to be redone, but the grading, at least on it, is right to where the house is sitting up, to where there's not really going to be too many issues. And if it does settle a little bit, it's not too big of an issue. But once you put a fence in here and some nice trees and stuff, this would be a nice sized backyard comparative to some of the other ones I've seen in this neighborhood. And then there's just some touch-up work, like I was saying, on the front. This is a good showing of it, but they just have some like paint stains, concrete stains, or just around the house that we just asked to get them to clean them up a little bit and make it look a little nicer. So that's the backyard. Let's swing over to the master bedroom and garage. So just to my left here is going to be your access to your laundry room and garage. A little shelving above, plenty of space to put some decent sized washer and dryers in. All the hookups are available. And then swinging out to the garage, you do have a really nice sized garage as well, 3-car. Not insulated door wise. You could always insulate it yourself, but in terms of drywall in here, it was insulated on one of the walls. The 2 exterior walls are not insulated. But plenty of space in here, and also concrete looks really nice. Nothing in terms of settling just yet. Typically settling will happen in the first 2 years of the house being built. So just something to be realized, that certain things can start occurring on new builds after you purchase the home. So make sure if you do buy a new home, use that warranty up as best as you can. But coming from the main living room area garage, this is going to be your master bedroom. Master bedroom's actually a decent size, big enough for a king, plus any type of furniture you could ask for. Good space, carpet's in great condition still. Swinging into the bathroom, you got a nice double vanity in here. Your toilet is not separated. I'm not sure if that's a big issue to you guys or not on that side, but they do have a toilet that's just in here as well. And then you do have a decent sized walk-in closet with just, again, the kind of that minimum shelving that they put in. If you were to actually put real shelving in here, it would make this closet way more usable on that side. Shower is a decent sized shower. Shower head is actually at a head height that you're not going to be too worried with, you know, having to replace that just to be able to fit into your shower. You have a nice little bathtub as well. And your bathroom does not have any windows that would go out to any windows on your neighbor's house, which is a nice deal on that side. And then for master bedroom window, you do look out directly to your neighbor behind you. But if you were to put some landscaping in and get the fence in, you would feel a lot more secluded in this neighborhood. It wouldn't feel like you're just sharing your backyard with your neighbor. So that would definitely be something to kind of look into, and you gotta almost have to visualize it, unfortunately. Well, let's rock down to the basement really quick and finish this up and kind of see what your guys' thoughts are on that side. Nice hand railing going down to the basement. This is a nice open basement staircase as well, so like getting furniture down here isn't going to be nearly as much of an issue as some other ones I've been in, like the Box Prairie house. Really difficult to get furniture into that area because how tight it is. But coming into your main downstairs basement living area, again, really good size, plenty of space, great for having just an extra entertainment area, a reading nook. I use my basement a lot during the summertime, so I don't have to run my AC super hot all the time or super cold all the time to keep myself cold in my house. I'll just go down to my basement to hang out. Swinging around, this will be the first bedroom with complete full bath. Everything's the same. You would have to buy a curtain rod in this one. Definitely doesn't come with it, but nice little vanity. Perfect little bathroom for downstairs in the basement for guests or for when you hang out down here. Swinging around here, you got your first bedroom. This is about a 10 by 10 bedroom. So again, not the world's biggest size, but this one you could easily fit a queen bed in with some extra furniture in it. And it might be a little bit bigger than that 10 by 10. It might be like a 12 by 10 when looking at it a little bit closer. All bedrooms do have walk-in closets, all pretty much the exact same size, obviously, except for the master bedroom. But plenty of storage space in here, especially if you were to add in some extra shelving. Swinging across, this door right in front of us is going to be a linen closet with your basic shelving in it as well. And then swinging just over here to your left, this door is going to bring you to another closet, which would be kind of like your hallway closet for your main living room area down here. So they definitely added quite a bit of storage in here, especially for the basement. Then you got another door here. This goes up underneath your staircase for another storage area. Nice part with this one, fully carpeted, and they actually added a light in there, which is not normal for understairs storage, so it's kind of a nice little detail that they added in here, which they really didn't have to. One thing to kind of keep a look at too, all these basements are going to be about the same, but They do have their duct system running across here, which is about an 8-foot ceiling, maybe a little less than that. I mean, it's pretty close to my head height. And so just something to think about if that's something that would bother you. It's just a little tight when you're walking under here, but once you're out from underneath it, feels just fine. Then going to the south of the basement, we'll swing into the last bedroom. This one's actually a little bit bigger than the other one. You could fit a king in here. You could fit a queen in here as well, super easy. Plenty of space. This one does have one of the beams in it for the supports. So if you can see this beam right here, you can't ever take that away. It is nice that they actually encased it in drywall versus it just being a straight piece of metal. So just something you have to get used to on that side. Otherwise, here's your last walk-in closet here. Same size, just kind of a different layout. So this one's a little bit longer and wider compared to the other one, but square footage wise, they probably take up about the same space. And that is it for the bedrooms. Last place is just going to be your storage / utility closet. So here is the storage / utility closet. Right in front of us is your sub pump, your main water line, and an extra line for tapping in for irrigation. Swinging over here to the left, you have your instant hot water heater. I've heard good things about that group, if I can read actually. Rinnai is how you say it. Rinnai, yeah. I've heard decent things. My parents have that in their house. They say it works great. They haven't had any issues with it. And then you have your basic Lennox furnace and AC unit that was outside. But when looking at all the interior stuff, everything looks like it's sloped as correctly. It looks like all lines have been sealed in an appropriate way as well. It doesn't look like it was just a slop job in here in terms of getting the mechanicals all put together. And so in terms of quality wise, I would say this is definitely up there in terms of quality. If you were thinking like of a DR Horton or something like that, very comparable, and definitely something that is well worth the option. In terms of this neighborhood, I would say you're very close to Bike Pass. This neighborhood is also very close to that Hunter's Run area that you guys really liked as well. So getting over to that area, to the park area, to some of the hiking trails or heading up to Estes, super easy from this neighborhood. So I think that's probably one of the biggest benefits is, you know, you're living west of Loveland, so commuting up to the mountains is pretty easy. Well, I think that's about it, guys. I don't think I missed anything. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know, and let me know what your thoughts are. Thanks so much.